All right, Gemini, here's your bonus love and life reading. Let's see what is trying to find you in your life. What's going on? Let's get the overall energy first. What is shifting for Gemini? Messages from spirit, unbroken connection, and hidden treasure. You're on the right track. So there is a gift going to be revealed to you. So I feel like some of you may be battling, you feel forgotten. There's this word forgotten that is showing up. Who could forget you, right? Maybe you feel lost in your life right now. Maybe you've lost your way in some sense with a connection with your purpose in life, with your job. Maybe you're still longing for somebody and the sign is here. There's an unbroken connection. You have not been forgotten. But also this is very spiritual, which is God, right? There is a plan for you and you are on the right track right now. Now, a gift will be revealed to you during these transits right now. So a sign, a symbol, pay attention to synchronicities that are coming in for you. Somebody's trying to reach you. Now, on a surface level, this could be somebody, that you loved or that you love right now, or somebody that you really care about that is trying to reach you and let you know that regardless of the time or space or what's going on in your lives, life might be taken over for other people as well. Like they're just consumed right now. And they're wanting you to know that, I'm still here. I could not forget you. I haven't forgotten you. All right. And so let's see how this plays out. Let's look at you. What's going on with you and what's going on in your mind, your challenge. And what is it that Spirit needs you to do? All right, let's take a look at you. Look at the 10 of Wands. You're carrying a lot. Feels like you've been carrying something for quite some time. And it does feel like, why do I have to do this on my own? Why does this have to be so difficult? Why is everything so difficult, at times? Now, this doesn't mean that I know my Geminis don't often walk around like a water sign would, sad and depressed and like it's a funeral every day, Geminis tend to, talk the way out of it, try to do something, find something else to think about, whatever. But you're a human being, Gemini, and, you're carrying a lot. Maybe you are used to doing everything on your own. And it just feels like no matter what you do, there's just nobody around to offer support. You don't want to have to always ask. You don't always want to be the one that has to initiate. It's like, it feels like I want somebody to check on me. I want you to reach out to me. I want you to, why can't I let go of this? Why do you let go of things so easily? That kind of energy is coming through. How come I feel things so deeply, but I just feel like other people just seem to have everything easy, or they just forget things easily or just move on easily. And that is not the case. All right, I'm feeling that is not the case for you. That it might seem like it because I can feel it right here with the 10 of Wands. It does feel like you carry a lot on your own, but other people, maybe you need to hear this right now. Somebody on your mind or somebody in your life is dealing with a lot and are more in their own worlds and not seeing how they're showing up for you and what they're not doing. And they may be carrying a lot of their own burdens and not realizing, that you really need them. So let's see you right now. The 6 of Pentacles, so generous, giving and acting like everything's okay. And this is where there is a gift coming to you. It is clear here. All right. You give, it seems like you give, and authentically, you just want to make other people's lives easier, no matter the cost on yourself, right? But there is a hidden burden there. You give even when you can't give. And there is the law of reciprocity here. Eventually, you need your bank to be refunded. You need money back. You need energy back. You need fuel back. You need somebody to give back on some level so that you can keep giving. All right. So there is a kindness that you have where you're very generous, and you're willing to compromise your needs for other people. But it's catching up with you because spiritually you're not feeling fulfilled and you're feeling down, even though you're not asking for anything. We need to be supported by others. We need to not have to always ask for what we need, you know. So it's the people we have around us. Are we choosing the right people? Are we in alignment with the right people? Now, it is telling me you're on the right track, which tells me that this could be just something personal that you need to open up to and realize that you're trying to be strong and not want to be vulnerable and ask for help when you need help. This is the universe returning the favors. This is God always sees what you're doing. God sees your heart, right? And you might be needing something or just wanting something, but God is saying, I know what you really need, and that's what's coming to you. Now, let's see what's going on in your head. What's your biggest challenge? The Seven of Wands. You don't defend yourself as often as you think you should. You don't create boundaries. Now, some of you might be like, oh, hell no, I speak my truth, I go, but you have a program of still giving and always giving when everybody asks, or just always showing up for a situation, even if you're not getting anything in return. And the Seven of Wands is when you say no, you have to mean no, right? And also, you're always putting out fires for everybody. You're always giving and putting out fires. And this is what, you know, is trying to, this is something you may be confronting in your own inner world. I can't always fix everything for everybody. Why am I always working the hardest? It seems like you're the, you know, the oldest child, the one who has to do everything for everybody. You're in a position, you feel like you know best, you feel like you can do best, you feel like I've got this, I've always been able to maintain, been able to go. And this is also a very defensive energy, so it blocks people from giving to you. So this could be a pattern, whereas you may think, you know, I want to be strong, I want to be the one, I want to be the one everybody can come to, I want to seem like I'm cool, calm, and reserved, and I can always put out the fires. But at some point, though, you know, you're not allowing people, because people will learn, I don't need to do anything. I don't need to be the one to reach out. I don't need to be the one that has to fix everything, because Gemini's in charge. Geminis will take action. Geminis will get it done. And every time I try to get close to Gemini, Gemini pushes me away unconsciously or subconsciously. You also could be aware, my Scorpio side is saying this, that with this energy, that you tend to carry some anger or resentment because you give so much and you don't get back what you expect. You don't get back what you want, because maybe some of you, you know, you ask for it when you're angry, and somebody didn't see it coming, or somebody doesn't understand, where's this anger coming from? You know, I didn't ask for it. You just give me all your time. You give me what you want. You give me what you think I want and need. Sorry. And it's like eventually that anger builds up and you get frustrated, and another person, you know, doesn't know what to give. And no matter what they give, it seems like they can't put out the fire. So it can show up like that in your life too as well. Like no matter how hard I try, it just seems like you get frustrated with me. So what needs to happen? What does Spirit want you to focus on? The Sun card, a new way to express yourself. The truth, though, clarity coming from the heart. This is growing. This is also a gift too as well. The Sun card. The Sun is trying to illuminate and show you where your joy has been being stripped from your life. This energy, where it seems comfortable for you to always do and give and be the one to first assert yourself and the one to fix and put out the fires, is actually dimming your light. It's ruining on some level, or blocking. I don't want to say ruining, blocking your creativity, blocking your joy from truly shining through. So this is where fully expressing yourself and coming and being authentic with yourself first, and asking yourself why you always have to be the one to have your walls up or defend yourself or protect yourself, but you're still always the one that's overgiven and given to a situation. Now there's a promise coming in for you. There's a gift coming in for you. There's a celebration coming in, which could be your birthday, which could be coming from somebody else. You know, this could even be the truth, clarity, or conversation coming in, where it just feels like you're being seen. Somebody wants to talk to you. Somebody wants to communicate with you. Somebody wants you to know they see you. They haven't, forgotten you in some way. And especially if you feel like there's a block between you, or there is anger or resentment or some buildup that's happening, there's a friendship here. There's an unconditional love here. There's somebody here who just feels like, maybe they have been avoiding what to say to you because they don't know what to say to you. So that goes back to this unbroken connection. No matter what you say or do, or what challenges we're going through, we're going to push through these challenges because there's something that about you that brings me so much happiness. It's a very strong soul connection with somebody with the Sun card. But it is about clarity and truth so that we can move forward and grow. And so if something needs to be said, Gemini, you really got to have this conversation with somebody to even out the scales. So what else does Spirit want you to know? Look at the Magician card coming in for you. Your whole life is going to change. The Magician is your energy, the way you think, the way you see things, communicating with other people, the way you identify with yourself, the way you express yourself. So what I'm seeing here is that there's this tension and frustration that's been growing within you. And you may reach some sort of point. You have the 10 of Wands. You have no more to give. You have so much stress and you've been doing everything on your own that eventually you're going to fight back in some way. But this fight, this breakthrough, it may seem like it could break down everything in your life, but what it's doing is bringing your life back into balance here. You're seeing, even with, I want to say money too, financial, if you've had any financial stress, you have money coming towards you. You have the Magician here, which is talking about as soon as you start expressing your truth authentically to yourself and speaking it out loud and speaking, there could be a friend, somebody that you're connected to that is attracted to you as well too, that this truth might be coming in. That just dropped in too as well. But this is about where you're focusing your attention, and it's about authenticity. Speaking your truth moving forward here, right? So we see this new start with somebody, and we see you here starting from ground zero, but something has to give. So right now, in the energy that's been coming up for you, and as we shift into this, all this Gemini energy, especially with relationships, you can't hold back and contain yourself. The story that you've been telling yourself about a relationship is going to crack. We've got to confront it. You may defend yourself by detaching and trying to avoid or ignore, but it looks like you can't ignore this anymore. If there is a block that you're currently dealing with in a relationship and you're waiting for somebody to respond to you, it looks like somebody is trying to connect to you. It could be through another friend. It could be through even a memory. You could go somewhere. This could be outside. You could be somewhere, see a sign or synchronicity. Somebody's trying to tell you something. Your biggest challenge here, though, is letting down your guards a little bit and letting somebody in. So anything else Spirit wants you to know? I got the Magician. So it's like two magicians in this deck. Two people on the same page, two people here that are really calling each other in, and you see this soul connection. So this is a beautiful energy, a birth of something new coming into your life that's trying to enter into your life, whether it's a new way of seeing relationships, a new relationship, or somebody that you're trying to connect to right now that maybe you just feel like you're the one that's always giving and doing and you're not getting anything in return. There's a conversation that's going to happen between you and this person, right? That's going to break this pattern. And if somebody's at a distance, this is also going to break right now too. Somebody's going to come in and the connection is going to reestablish itself. I have Virgo energy, Leo energy showing up for you. So let's look at Aries through Pisces real quick and see what to expect from each zodiac sign. Aries, 10 of Swords. All right, so you have the 10 of Swords plus the Sun card, which talks about a difficult situation, resolve it. And somebody is definitely feeling like they either betrayed you or they really need to get something off their chest. You guys may have gone through a painful separation and they are wanting to express themselves to you. This is somebody that has not moved on from you, but definitely is feeling the pain and the betrayal. that either they caused or happened between the two of you. Taurus, 8 of Swords. They're also still worrying about you and what was said and what has happened between the two of you. They may feel like they've waited too long to reach out and wondering if you still respond to them. Gemini, you have the 7 of Cups. So you have a lot going on in your head. You have a lot to think about. It seems like another Gemini has still consistently been thinking about you as well. Pay attention to your dreams when it comes to another Gemini. They may be getting ready to reach out to you. Cancer, 9 of Swords, also losing sleep over whether they waited too long or did they really screw everything up. All right, so you could get forgiveness here with that Sun card, somebody who really wants to make it work. Whether it's friendship, guys, or it's getting back in a relationship, or it's starting a relationship with somebody. We have Leo here, the Emperor. Leo's not messing around. Looks like they are coming in. This could be somebody here that really wants to step up to the plate with you and figure out where this relationship could go. So a clarity on direction in a relationship with a Leo. Virgo, 5 of Wands. There's an argument, tension, a problem that you guys keep, testing each other with, right? So there's a power struggle between you and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a Virgo. There's a power struggle. All right. It seems like no matter what, you guys can't seem to figure out what this tension is. All right. There's another chance coming in. It's like they want to confront this, but they feel like every time you guys talk or get together, there's some sort of dispute or argument that you guys just can't seem to get past. Something needs to change in order for you guys to move through. So it does look like you could get another chance. Somebody may want to apologize for the way they acted, right? But they could be fearful that nothing's going to change. Libra, Ace of Wands. Libra has got you on their mind, hot and ready to reach out to you. Scorpio, Justice card, also feels like they need to speak their piece with you, all right? Make something right. You are seeing soul agreement there too. Sagittarius, Queen of Pentacles, right? So they can't stop thinking about you. They have a lot of respect for you. And looks like there could be a conversation coming in of, we need to look at things differently and maybe plan or look at where this relationship is actually going. Capricorn, Page of Cups. We got love messages coming in with a Capricorn. A new beginning in love and a relationship, opening up. Aquarius, conversation coming in with an Aquarius as well too. I need to talk to you. I want to talk to you. I just want to let you know I'm here and I'm interested. Pisces, I see the 10 of Pentacles. So Pisces always feels you, always saw something with you, always saw something about you. So there could be a reconnect or more investment coming in from a Pisces. All right, Libra, here's your bonus, the love and life message. What's trying to come into your life right now? What's trying to change and happen? All right, Libra. Plus, I'll still do Aries through Pisces at the end. Awakening, progress, and initiation. Calling it to you. Stay true to you. Stay true to what you want. And I'm seeing here the awakening, progress, and initiation, the Guardian Stone. All right. So what this is telling me, Libra, is that don't make any radical changes right now in what you're doing just because it seems like something is stalling. This is, you have a vision, you have a dream, you set something in motion already. And when you find yourself getting anxious or questioning everything, that's an old version of you trying to weasel its way back in. That's saying, you got to doubt this. You're fearful. You don't want anything to go wrong. You want to protect yourself. But this is all going on in your mind mentally. And so during this energy, you can start to do things like make decisions. I'm going to pull away. I'm going to stop. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go here. Instead of getting this, I'm going to get that. I thought that you got to trust your first initial starting point. You've already begun something, already started something, already declared you wanted something. We don't always know the hows and the whens and the whys, but you've asked for it. Let God deliver it. So this week, or this just right now, your message is to not change anything so radically out of fear. So let's take a look at you and your biggest challenge, what's going on in your mind, and what needs to happen, what you need to do or focus on. Remember, you have free will. All right, Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. All right, Four Swords. Relax. Take a step back. This is always my favorite card. I don't know, because I know relax can be a very triggering word. The Six of Cups is right here, right? You've had some dreams, you've had this vision, you've had some good times, you want to, maybe even some of you, I want to be with somebody, I want to reconcile, I want this to happen, I want it to come together, I want to feel good, and I had this vision, I was trying to make things differently. I saw myself with somebody and it's not happening yet. All these things can be coming up, especially when we have time to think, all right? So this is telling you to put down the sword, all right? Not try to make a decision or choose something or feel like you have to do something, right? Or try to rethink something or reorganize, right? Sometimes it's just like we get so impatient because we need instant movement, action, and things like that. But other pieces, the universe is shuffling. God's putting all the pieces together for you, right? So you are being asked to kind of sit down for a second and don't make any shifts right now. This is meditate before you react. Think about what you're doing before you react. Ask yourself why you even need to react, right? Sometimes just doing absolutely nothing is the best thing that you could do for yourself. So the Page of Swords, questioning everything, curious, I got to figure it out, got to put my glasses on, right? The Daily News, the Daily Wire, I always think of Spider-Man, what was it, the Daily Planet, right? I just always see like, oh, there's got to be a story, there's got to be something, I got to figure this out, right? So, there's just stories after stories after stories after stories that's going on in your head. If you see something or you think something, the Page of Swords is like, I've got to question this. I've got to see. Or what if I'm looking at somebody else and they're doing this and maybe they're doing it right? Or what's this person up to? What's this person doing? I mean, is this all making sense here? It's like as soon as you see something, you question everything. You might be questioning everybody's motives. You might be questioning your own motives. Did I make the wrong choice? You are so in the right place. You're just in a Page of Swords, the energy. And the Page of Swords is like, sometimes we don't have the answers and we don't know what's going to come. But when we're the Page of Swords energy, we just explore and go with it. We just trust that our initial reaction, our initial idea was one worth exploring. But now because we're not seeing all the answers or seeing everything, we're trying to rationalize everything, trying to make logic out of everything. And you're being asked to not try to figure everything out at once. You are on a new path with the Page of Swords. Your biggest challenge, the Empress card. You're doubting your worth. You're doubting growth. You're doubting what you deserve. The Empress is showing up in your reading, which is allowing things to come to you. Seeds get planted. You've already planted seeds, and now we just have to nurture ourselves in the day to day and everything that's happening. And the biggest key here with the Empress is she knows that she has done everything that she could possibly do, and she's stuck to her morals, her values, and she knows her worth. She gets paid her worth. She demands her worth. And she knows that she will get what she deserves, what she wants, because she shows up. Your biggest challenge is it looks like you quickly doubt yourself. Insecurities, it could be with the Empress, and it might not be for you, but I'm going to call it out. It's something rooted. It could be rooted in your physical appearance. It could be rooted in the way you were raised. It could be rooted in how your health, how you feel, how you take care of yourself. It could be rooted in how you value yourself, how you put yourself together, what you think, any kind of insecurities. you seem to question everything, and it makes you start something new. It may, the Page of Swords will question all this, and then something that is actually really growing, a relationship or abundance that's coming your way, you can, switch and try something else. Sometimes this can be my little ADHD person. Right, I have ADHD, so I resonate with a lot of you. All right, but it can be like, all right, well, maybe I'll try this instead, because automatically I think it's not going to happen, it's not going to work, or I'm looking and I'm judging everybody else and everything else around me, and I'm not seeing my worth. That's what the challenge is showing up for you. So what does Spirit want you to focus on? The Knight of Swords, get your head straight, focus. What's your purpose? What is it that you want? Stay on your path. Watch your assumptions. You may be quick to make decisions and be very defensive. With this kind of energy, you can overreact and move too fast, and it's stemming from a fear of not being chosen, or not being attractive, or not receiving what it is that you hope that you get, that you're worth, right? And the Knight of Swords here, what you need to focus on is your purpose. Stay true to your purpose, stay true to yourself, and call it to you. What it is that you're after, it feels like God is saying you're on the right path, you're going after what you want, so don't second guess yourself. Don't question everything, and that can also cause a lack of growth. If you keep questioning everything and judging or looking at outside, or trying to figure everything out and questioning everything before you make a move, that also is going to cause a lack of growth. You feel like you have to figure everything out before. You don't trust that it's just growing, it's happening for you. And so you'll quickly turn around or choose different ways or go a different route. And, then you start to lose direction. And this can be a very defensive energy. So you can even respond to a situation in a way that's very defensive and not even mean it. And it's coming from within. So what's going on? What else does Spirit want you to know? The King of Swords. I do see a King of Swords energy. You could be dealing with the Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. We do see a person. We're seeing a leveling up here, though, as well for you. We're seeing Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, King of Swords. It's like it's time to declare your truth and stick to it. Yes or no? Is this true for me or not? Right? Not going all over the place. Deciding what's true for you. Deciding your law. Deciding your truth is bottom line. And once you declare what your truth is, stay on this path and don't waver from it. That is what is your biggest message today. Now, there could be somebody that's trying to come towards you, but it does look like you're dealing with somebody also who can be more logical, more, can kind of pull away a little bit. And when they got something on their mind, they take time to think about things. They may be busy. Sometimes somebody like this seems aloof and detached. But it's also telling me here that you may need to detach from the 3D reality, what you're seeing, because if you're all over the place and you're questioning everything, you're focusing way too much on the external world and not what you really want and need inside. But you may be also assuming that somebody's not interested in you, and somebody is showing up in your energy right here, but they're just showing up as somebody here that is maybe comes from a place of non-reaction and does not always seem available. That could be a pattern that you're in, that you're connecting with somebody who's not emotionally available, and they detach easy. So you don't know what they want. And what this can tell me is that you focus more and question them more than you question yourself. Because this person here is going to react from a place of what you expect as well, too. So if somebody pulls away from you and you immediately lose your mind and think that I'm not worthy of this person, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to appear to show up in your life. But once you choose that you are worth this and you are chosen and not question it, your person here is coming in quick. It's like it's all about your assumptions, Libra, is what I'm seeing here. So let's look at Aries through Pisces. I can see an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, strong air energy. I also see Taurus and Libra showing up for you too as well. So we do have a relationship forming, but a lot of questions and defensiveness around it. So if you're connected to an Aries, I see the Six of Swords. I see them moving towards you. Maybe you guys are clearing up some confusion. There could have been a misunderstanding. You may get that truth. So this is also where watch your assumptions with an Aries. You maybe think they may be traveling. They may be doing something totally different that has nothing to do with what you're even thinking. But you may be questioning. Maybe you're feeling like they're moving on from you and it's scaring you. You got the Empress here. All right. They may be doing their own thing. And it's just, I feel like don't take it personal with an Aries. Taurus, I see Five of Wands. I see constant conflict with you and a Taurus. Now, is this because of insecurity and question and everything? Because Taurus pulls back or is more aloof and emotionally unavailable? Or is there just a power struggle, ego struggle, and assumptions being made and defensiveness? Because I can see defensiveness between you and a Taurus that is always, you're testing one another. But there is something here worth fighting for. You know, this is where we got to figure out and pick our battles. Gemini, all right, I see the Nine of Swords with the Gemini. So it seems like they're just really stressing out, not sure if they said the right thing, what they should say, what they should do. There is a lot of unnecessary worry around a Gemini energy. Now, Gemini, this is Gemini's energy. And right now, Gemini is going, you know, there's a lot happening in Gemini's sign, right? So there could be, you know, maybe they are feeling a little guilty about something and they need to get something off their chest, right? But they need to be ready for it. You know, so there could be a confession coming in, or maybe they just feel overwhelmed by all the questioning and all the uncertainty and the defensiveness between the two of you. So I am picking up a lot of assumptions are creating a lot of unnecessary worry. Cancer, Seven of Cups, they got you on their mind, but they are a little bit detached. You know, they have options, right? Or they are just uncertain just yet about exactly what they want. And so this could be driving you crazy. You know, I am seeing here the possibilities with the Cancer, but you just have to know that you are the one they choose. And Leo, I'm seeing the Hermit card. So Leo is a loner. Leo is just distant. I don't know if there's long distance or age difference or just they just want to be alone right now. And so this could be creating some tension with you because they have pulled away. They want time alone. It could be a matter of a few days. Remember, you have Four Swords. You know, give it a few days when you're feeling like if you've had some tension with certain signs, give it a couple days before we react is what I'm seeing for you. Virgo, King of Pentacles, work on their mind, taking care of business on their mind. They may have a heavy schedule and you could be misreading your Virgo. It looks like you have a conversation coming in and they do take this relationship serious or take you serious. Libra, you got the Two of Cups. You know, the Two of Cups is a conversation, a relationship starting between you and another Libra, but it's also mutual understanding. Something's getting off the ground between you and another person, but it looks as though you're questioning everything. I see a conversation between you and a Libra that could bring this closer. Maybe you are clearing something up. Scorpio, Three of Cups. You could be planning to get together. Scorpio is so happy with you. Scorpio is, you know, feels comfortable around you. Maybe they want to keep things more, you know, lighthearted, more friendshipy right now as you guys are building something together. But there is a lot of love here. You could be going somewhere with them. Sagittarius, I see the Hanged Man. So it feels like they're silent right now, which could be causing a lot of grief for you, a lot of questioning. Something's changing with them. They're shifting. They're changing. They don't know what they want yet. They're trying to gain clarity. And when they do, they're in the Hanged Man position. You'll know exactly where things are going. So nothing has really changed except that they're being quiet. about where they stand. Capricorn, 6 of Wands. Looks like Capricorn returning one, and they want this. They want your attention. All right, looking good, things looking good. But you are dealing with somebody who gets a lot of attention or needs a lot of attention and has a lot going on too. So sometimes it could be scheduling or just, I can't always be there to give you the attention. But I do see social media, so there could be something around that as well. Aquarius, I see 4 of Pentacles. They really have a hard time opening up. They can't seem to let go of, how they see things or how they view things. They're really fear-based, and so they don't like to give away their heart too easily. Pisces, I see 2 of Pentacles. All right, so you are dealing with some inconsistencies when it comes to a Pisces, right? But it's just about adapting to the situation. So maybe not jumping in too quickly and just seeing where things go. All right, there is movement, although you're having to work with what's showing up for you. So taking it day by day with a Pisces. Aquarius, your bonus love and life reading. What is trying to come into your life right now? What's trying to happen? All right, my amazing Aquarians. All right, so you're on the right track, and there will be a gift being revealed to you. And I am seeing leadership, courage, forge, don't follow. So you are being called to step up and play the role that you're called to do, right? No more playing small, no more playing an old story. It's like, I need to create my own path. I need to do this. I need to step up. And a lot of you have been feeling these shifts probably for the past year too. Like, it's time for you to redefine who you are, right? A lot of changes may have gone on in your life. There could have been breakups, divorces, and things like that, powerful shifts, powerful identity shifts. And you're, trying to figure out who you are. And this is where, you are being pushed right now to really have the courage, right? Don't follow what other people are doing. All right. This is, I know you're a group sign, group people, but you've got to develop your own group, right? Your new group, who you fit in with now, or you're trying to stay small or stay in a situation that could be creating a lot of tension. If you're trying to hold on to an old life, an old way of doing things, that is going to be so unfulfilling right now. Right? But I do see here that a lot of you have already kind of confronted or faced a lot of that and maybe questioning what's next for you. So let's see where you're at and what your biggest challenge, what Spirit wants you to focus on. We have the Hermit card. What a perfect card for you, right? It doesn't mean you have to spend more time alone. It doesn't mean you're going to be alone or you have to be alone or you're walking the path alone. But this is a new path for you. So it may feel like you are alone at times. I'm trying to identify with a new version of myself. I need to take the high road. I need to figure out where I see myself in the next 15, 20 years, right? Or even 1 month, 5 months, a year. Right. So the Hermit card is calling through for you. Maybe you've been on a path for a while and it's felt lonely and you've been waiting for the signs and you haven't seen them yet. So let's see what's going on. I do see Virgo energy showing up around you. And that does talk about releasing a lot of things that you may have worried or stressed about in the past. And you've outgrown some of the experiences that you've had. And they're not going to be fulfilling. Like I said, if you try to keep yourself playing small. So the 8 of Wands, what an awesome energy, though. You're feeling the pressure, the tension to move forward. It's time to take action, time to go, time to make those calls. Something is really loud in your life right now. And if you're not moving with the vibe, if you're not going, if you're not calling things out or headed forward or traveling or moving or trying new things, right? You may be feeling a lot of pressure and feeling overwhelmed because you're feeling like you're being pushed, right? You're feeling like you're being pushed against your will at times, right? But that's almost like God trying to kick you, push you and say, come on, I love you. Let's go. Let's move. So a lot of energy, it can feel like a lot of things are coming at you at once. And maybe you're feeling a little overwhelmed. This energy is saying, take what you can do and just keep moving forward. There was a lot of communication, a lot of choices coming your way too. What's your biggest challenge? The King of Swords. You, right? You know, it's like you've got to know exactly. You're stuck on what you believe, you know, breaking out of your own belief systems about something new, breaking out of your own patterns. You can be very stubborn, right? The King of Swords, you know, fixed energy. You know, I had a certain belief. I had a certain way. I know, I see a vision. But you can also get in your way and hold yourself back from this vision if you're feeling too much pressure. You may not trust. All right. So this can be, you know, your biggest challenge is not trusting, you know, yourself. But you're showing up as a leader here. You're showing up as the King of Swords with the power to do so. And it is time to move forward. There's a lot shifting for you right now, and you're being asked to trust yourself moving forward. So what does Spirit think you should focus on? And I'm seeing the 10 of Cups, your happiness, focus, what really brings you happiness and joy. This could look differently for each and every one of you. Some of you, you know, it's who are you connecting with? Who are you talking to? What are you doing? Who are you hanging around with? You want this happy family life. You want the blessings. You want the joy. You want to find happiness. All right. But maybe you don't believe it to be true because you don't see it. Maybe you're holding yourself back. Like I said, you know, you're around people that you're comfortable with. But now it's time to break out of old patterns. Break out of a situation. It looks like some of you here might even be breaking out of a relationship or have broken out of a relationship. But your biggest challenge is you're not happy with the current situation. What else does Spirit want you to know? The 8 of Pentacles. You are being asked to kind of focus on yourself right now and not the distractions around you. You are being pushed to solitude right now. It could be temporarily because Spirit is trying to get you to step out of a situation and step up onto a new path. Where are you putting all your energy, your time, and who are you committing to? You have the 8s showing up for you too as well. Like it feels like you really are being pushed, but you may have to walk away and go on your own for a minute to figure out who you want back into your life. Sometimes you got to walk away from situations if you don't trust a situation so that you can see who will still be there when you decide to come back. So it could be just a couple days retreat for you. But you're so committed, and this is also a job, a new job. Some of you could be asked to, you know, focus on a job or a new job or use your skills, especially if you're wanting to get a home or build a new relationship. Maybe you're being asked to even, you know, raise your expectations of yourself and others and a partner, especially if you're looking for this happiness and this joy. And I'm seeing a lot of you, it's going to come through you finding your own independency. And that's speaking a lot here because I see the Hermit. I see the, you know, the hidden treasure on being on the right track by yourself. Sometimes when you're alone, that's when your happiness comes in. So if a lot of you are around people or settling, this is what's coming through in your reading right now. You're settling, but it's taking up space from the real person coming into your life or the real job that's trying to come into your life. Your happiness. You may be lying to yourself, you know, you're liking all the movement, the action, the people around you, but you're also maybe putting out a lot of fires or feeling a lot of tension between people and don't always feel in alignment with everybody. You're playing small, Aquarius, and you're being asked to play big. So I am seeing from your message today, taking time away from the patterns that you're in, maybe even redirecting your energy. For some of you, it could be starting something new job, new friendships, new relationships, or being solo for a minute because the gift is coming in for you. And that comes in when you are focusing on your own commitments and your own things and doing something new. and walking away from a situation that you've outgrown. So if you're dealing with, I got air sign here, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. If you're dealing with an Aries, I see the 9 of Wands. This has been ongoing. All right. It seems like another day, another setback, another challenge. It doesn't mean you have to give up on them, but it's saying, you know, it might be time to give this up for a minute. It's worn itself out. Time to give it some space. If it's worth fighting for, you guys have another go. They will be back around. You know, there is still, you know, something worth fighting for. But right now it seems like giving it space and going on your own for a minute for the fire to burn out. Taurus, I see the Devil card. So I see a strong attachment and a lot of your energy getting pulled on a Taurus. And yeah, there's an attachment to you as well. This can be the Lover's card. But there can be a lot of dishonesty and a lot of red flags that you're ignoring. A lot of sexual tension, sexual energy between the two of you. A lot of anger, a lot of resentment, and a lot of bitterness. But there once was love. And this could be also holding you back from your happiness, your true happiness. Gemini, 3 of Wands. I'm seeing movement and progress with a Gemini, but I am seeing you need to open up to options and open up a little bit to allow things to breathe. All right, things are coming together and there is forward motion with you and a Gemini. Cancer, there's some lies that need to be spoken, some truth that needs to be revealed. There's some not tiptoeing around the red flags anymore. There's some, you know, trust issues here with you and a Cancer. There may be, you know, and I can see the challenge with you. You don't trust them. So you could be playing with fire here and maybe confronting the truth with a Cancer. Leo, I see a Leo trying to come into your life. You get the Ace of Cups. This could be a new Leo, new love on this gift that's coming in for you. You are seeing, you're being handed a gift here, right? So there's an offer, a love offer, maybe even a reconciliation with the Leo. Virgo, Knight of Pentacles. Virgo still wanting to make it work, right? It's consistent, coming in, determined. You know, you're on the right path with a Virgo, but it is saying, you know, pacing yourself. It takes time. It's going to take work. Libra, Page of Pentacles. I also see slow, consistent, slow start. Things are still kind of in the getting to know each other phase, but there's an opportunity to get to know each other again. All right, we're still building a friendship here that can turn into something more. Scorpio's got love for you. It looks like you and Scorpio could be finally declaring, you know, we both have feelings for one another. This could also be a new relationship trying to enter your life. Sagittarius, I see 9 of Cups. So things looking really good with you and a Sagittarius. You both want the same thing, desire each other. I see a blessing, a relationship with a Sagittarius. Capricorn, you guys really want to make it work too. You have what it takes to get it going. Maybe some of you need counseling with somebody or to phone a friend or to figure out, you might hear something, some news from somebody that brings you guys closer together. Aquarius, the World card. You have an ending, a chapter. You've outgrown. You've learned all you can learn. It's time to move on, move forward, start this new phase in your life. And with another Aquarius, you could be either closing a chapter or starting a new chapter, however you want to look at it, wherever you're at. Pisces, I see Queen of Pentacles. They want to build something solid. You know, they really care about you and value you. So there is potential for this to grow into a stable connection. I love you guys.